Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I want to go through my plans for a December daily, December junk journal type thing. This is my second year doing it. Last year I was inspired mainly by watching videos by, I think probably My Life Mitts, Job's Journal, probably Anna Brim from Mrs. Brimble's. There's bound to be more. If I think of them, I'll mention them in the comments. But kind of quite last minute last year, I sort of threw together a teeny tiny sort of, I don't know, it's not even, it's not a scrapbook or anything, it's so small. I simply thought if I go small, it'll be easier to do, because I wasn't really sure I'd be able to do it every day. But I thought, at least there's space for like a photo and a bit of journaling. So I found some nice cardstock, and I bought these rings. These are like the rings you can open from a 100 yen shop. The front and the back are laminated, and I just decorated them with stickers. Hang on. The lighting's terrible today because it's a really bright sunny day, so I have to have the curtains closed. Otherwise it's just too much of a glare. But I've only got 2 days left until December, so I have to film today. So yeah, the front cover last year was, I just put stickers on, washi tape. These are actually nail stickers. I don't decorate my nails, I don't even paint my nails, but I have the nail stickers because they're quite cute, snowflakes. So yeah, front and back were laminated, but I didn't obviously laminate the insides. And this is just, I think that was from a 100 yen shop as well, because I thought that was quite cute. So I'll just show you a few of the pages. I just went for really simple photo on one side plus some stickers. These are stickers from a little sticker book my son had last year, so they remind me of what we did last year. Photo on one side with a few like decorations, and then journaling on the left, and put it down. So very, very quick flip because it's not that exciting. So yeah, these are just the pages that I can share. But those are some shoes I actually, these are not Christmassy, but this is what I did last December. I actually painted some shoes for the daughter of a friend of mine with, it's not, what's it called? Sumiko Gurashi characters. I painted those shoes for her. Yeah, anyway, that. Met my friend for coffee. So yeah, I wasn't trying to make it like particularly fancy or anything, just sticking random things in really, and a little bit of journaling. So that was last year, my tiny little chunk from last year. And this year I thought, well, I'll size up, see if I can manage to go slightly bigger. So this is, again, from a 100 yen shop. I did show this in another video of mine because I planned to use this as a recipe book, but that's not happening now. So I have this going spare, and it's just really good thick card. The ring size I'm pretty sure is exactly the same as a personal Filofax. They're actually really good rings. They're really tight and clunky. I stuck that down, which I think will come in really handy. It's just one of those stick down pockets you can put things in. And I thought this would be really good because I can easily decorate the cover as well. And since they sell these at the 100 yen shop, if it works out for me this year, I might go back and grab a load, and then I could use them every year, and they'd look quite nice on my shelf. So that is the plan. So the first thing I think I need to do is to make a template for the pages, which I kind of don't really need to make because when I bought it, it came with some inserts. Just basic plain lined inserts that look like this, which I believe are the same as a Filofax personal. It doesn't really matter. All I know is that that one fits in, and when you shut it, it fits neatly. There shouldn't be much overhang. Let's just check that. I don't really want overhang unless I can help it. Yeah, oh, just to the edge, look. So basically that size should be fine, shouldn't it, when it sits on the shelf. So this piece of paper will serve as my template for when I'm making all my pages. So I leave those wings open because they're kind of noisy. So the first thing I need to do is grab some paper. I think I want to use something a bit tougher than paper. So, like as a base to work on. So I'm just going to have a rummage through my stash and see what I can find. Okay, so in terms of like the base pages, obviously I can add 2. I've kind of got a few choices. This is washi paper, handmade washi paper, which is suitable for your inkjet laser printers. This is what I used for my planner pages actually. You can see the cute little bits of coloured washi in the paper there. I might use that. It's not as thick as I wanted, but it feels more, it does feel ever so slightly more crisp than, you know, your bog standard cheap printer paper. So I've got that as a choice. I also have these like multi-packs of washi paper here, which I've got an open one, and that has some, this is slightly tougher, it's a creamer colour, so I might use some of that. I've got a few sheets of that, several sheets, so that's an option. This is probably a bit, that's too hard I think, that one, so that's a reject. What else? That's too thin. These are all a bit too thin, I think. These are all much thinner. They're gorgeous, lovely soft papers. You can see all the fibres, but they're too thin. This one might work. This is also quite a tough. It's not card. It's sort of like halfway between paper and card. So I think if I put all of those together, I think I could probably get at least 24, 25 of these out of that. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is, obviously I'm going to embellish, I'm going to use these scraps, this kind of a mixture of things I've cut out of magazines this year that I like. Nigel Slater's book, because I'm reading it this year, all this year current things. And this Christmas card design I just like. It's quite neutral. Plus this is a vintage, I suppose it's like it's a card design book. Card design. It's from, when is it from? There was a date somewhere. It's from a while ago. Not that. 1990. It's vintage. Obviously, I don't know. I think I will cut it up because there are some really cute designs in here which I've scanned. I just think it's cute paper. Isn't that cute? Origami. But I'm never gonna, it's not like a, for me it's not a really precious book, sorry. So I am gonna probably cut it up and use it for something. I've never done junk journaling before, by the way, so I don't have a clue what I'm doing. But I'm gonna use that. I've got these cute little vintage children's books cut out pieces, which I'll probably use this year. These are just literally, these are just offcuts from when I was making my dividers for my Christmas planner, and I don't want to chuck them out, so I'll probably stick those in somewhere, tabs or something, I have no idea. These are journal cards that a friend kindly sent me, which I haven't used yet, and I sort of pulled out the ones that were most, the neutralist, the most neutral ones, for journaling on, because this paper's gorgeous, it's really nice, it's very heavily textured, and if you try and write on it with, like, say, a fountain pen, you get a lot of resistance and it can be a bit like, ouchy. So I think, I mean, I won't use that side, but I might journal on, you know, say crop that bit off, stick that on, and journal on there. So I have these. I've never used journaling cards before, but I think they'll come in handy. I have Pokemon Donut, Mr. Donut collaboration, which I think is their Christmas collaboration this year, because it's definitely Christmassy. Look, we've got like snowman and things. Because usually at some point my son and I go and have a Christmas donut, so whatever day that happens on, I can use this paper. It's quite nice paper. Ah, cute. We're not massive Pokemon fans, but we do like donuts. This is the piece of tissue paper that I dabbed my pen on when I was doing my Christmas card design this year. My Christmas card design this year is going to be this one. So these are all test prints, which for various reasons got rejected. So I have a bunch of these, and I'll probably just use those as part of the page, maybe, just to use them up. But yeah, so this is the paper that I dabbed my paintbrush on when I was painting, colouring, and I quite like the colours, so I might incorporate that somehow. So of course I have all my reject card copies. That's another design that I didn't do in the end, and I quite like that one, so I might use that as for one page. Same with that one, same with that one. That was me just trying different, sort of doing pen and paint tests. I quite like the randomness of it, so I might use that. These are the original buildings that I used. For example, that one is there on the design. Random sketches. These are actually, I mean, these are original, but I can't keep everything, and it's no point in, what am I trying to say? If I kept every original drawing I had, they'd be just overflowing, and unless they're not masterpieces, are they? Let's be honest. So I might even just cut that up, actually. If I just cut that and shove that in, maybe do that, and I can keep the pencils in. Cut around there, and then that could just be a page and stick a picture on. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. I would make it up as I go along, and that's another one. I don't know what to do about that. Obviously I probably won't use that. That was just a drawing, painting that is rejected, so I think that's too strong to use as a junk journal. I don't know, I suppose I could make it into that bit's quite nice. I could use that bit, couldn't I? As just like, see, I don't even know the vocabulary. I could use that as like a thing that, a half width page, I don't know, I could just shove it in. This here is just a printout copy of activity chips. I made some activity chips, which are basically little wooden chips with activities written on them to go in my son's advent calendar. And I thought I printed this off as a test copy to check the size, and I could use this as something in the junk journal. So yeah, I'm going to use that, I think. I'll just show you the advent calendar actually now. This is the advent calendar I made for my son. Originally it was just the rectangle you can see at the bottom, from there to there, like the boxes, and it had this awful sort of, I think, awful design on the front, just Father Christmas, in bright red thick paint. And I sanded it all down, sanded all the red paint off, all the original design off, and then I kind of jobbed, hammered and glued a sort of a couple of triangles of wood on the side, and a bit on the back. This actually here, I'm such a cheapskate. When we were in Mexico, I was on a walk with my son. It was probably about 2 years ago, and there was some old people, like there was just some rubbish on the floor, and this was from some old, not a piñata, but a sort of I think it must have been like a party decoration of some sort with balloons hanging off, and there was this like nice banner shape piece of wood, and I just picked it off the ground because that's how manky I am. Picked it off the ground where it was just lying there, and I took it home and cleaned it, and 2 years later it's now on my son's advent calendar, saying Merry Christmas, because it saved me having to cut out a piece of curved wood. So, you know, it pays to just pick random stuff up off the floor. These little Christmas trees are from 100 yen shop. I think I bought these little mushrooms off eBay when I was in England, and same with the little wooden Christmas trees. This is actually from Rement. Rement is like you buy little boxes of miniature things. I didn't explain that very well, but like miniature, they do like miniature food and miniature teacups and miniature all sorts of things, and you get them in little boxes in Japan. And that was a table from a set that I had, and my plan was to sort of have like a fairy woodland Christmassy thing on the top, and then I might add like a Christmas cake on here, and then maybe some squirrels having a picnic. I don't know, I haven't bought them yet, but that was my rough idea on the top there. And there's like a really badly chopped hole here, because I thought if I want to put fairy lights in, I might need to trail like a plug, a lead through the back. So there's a unsightly hole, but my son won't care, he's 4. And then in the boxes, hang on, I've lost focus. In the boxes, so everything is glued on with a glue gun. I don't use glue guns very often, but I just thought, oh, it's quick and easy, isn't it? Just to glue everything on with a glue gun. So literally everything is just squished up with a glue gun, and it seems to work. Including the numbers, the sparkly numbers. Now I got those, and obviously the sparkly letters. I got those from, where did I get them? In England, Hobbycraft. Got this at Hobbycraft when I was there, and I'm so glad I did. It was in like August or September they started putting their Christmas stuff out when we were there. So in each box, sorry about my wobbly camera. In each box I've got chocolate, a sticker, hang on. A toy. So here we are. This is another example of rement. Rement. Can't see what I'm doing. So there you've got like it's a little model onigiri, which is like a rice ball, and egg tamagoyaki is a little miniature lunchbox. So that's his toy, and then I have a little activity card in each one. So that one that day says do a Christmas craft, which is specifically vague, so that if it gets to the day and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do, I can do something. I can either do something really elaborate and fancy, like, I don't know, something really super fancy, or I could just do like something simple, like origami, not committing myself. And I can obviously sneakily change out all the activities if one day we have more time or less time than planned. So then what I've done in my weeks is I've cut out duplicate prints of the activities in the advent calendar, and I've just washi taped them down on the day, firstly so that when I'm out and about that day, if I think to myself, oh God, what did I say I was going to do? what activity did I say I had planned? I can check in here. And secondly, so that if I realise one of them's not going to work, I can sort of chop and change and swap them out. So I can sort of change if I'm like, oh my God, we can't go for a walk today and collect pine cones and twigs, we have to do something else instead. I've got my spares here, and obviously I have corresponding chips with those to put in. So that's how I'm going to sort of manage that. That's the plan. Okay, I'm just changing to voiceover for the rest of the video. So the next thing I did after cutting out all of the pages out of that, plain paper, and then collecting all my ephemera, the next thing I did was to kind of make some non-plain pages by using one of the plain pages as a template, and then just kind of chopping up random pieces of drawings that I had from my sketchbooks. So I kind of used some of my sketchbook pages to make the base pages, as well as having plain base pages, is what I'm trying to say. And then all the other drawings, the small ones like this one with the houses, I thought about having them all as pages, and then I thought, well, I'll just cut them up, and then they can be ephemera that way, can't they? I do scan in all of my drawings so that if I want to have them again or use them again, I can. But I just feel like I don't know. I'm not really too precious about my drawings. I think I still feel like I kind of suck at drawing. So to me, they're not really too precious. So I might as well just use them. They're for this Christmas, so I might as well use them all up. So
Yeah, so this video is just me quickly kind of cutting out bits and bobs to make new ephemera. And then we get on to a kind of a full flip through of the final ready to go December Daily book. So I stuck a few bits of ephemera on the cover, including my drawing of some little houses, some washi tape. Those little dots are actually me doing colour tests with pens. And the little snowmen are from that 1990s ephemera card design book. Yeah, so I think I'll probably put a date on. I need to put 2018 on there somewhere. But I kind of haven't decided how to do that yet, so I'll do it at some point. And I'll probably put 2018 on the spine as well. Okay, so that's just the kind of ephemera that I'm going to have ready to write notes on. That's just a gift tag I had. But I thought I quite like the texture once I'd ripped the top layer off, so I kept that. And you've seen this before, those were the journaling cards. I emptied my hole punch at one point and I thought, oh, quite like all of the little bits of confetti. When I was a kid, I used to love playing with those from the hole punch, the little punched out hole pieces. So I might use them somewhere. So the first page is going to be the title page, and that's just got the watercolour ink dab tissue. So a mixture, as I said, of drawings and... Oh, yeah, and I also cut some of my 1990s card design book up as well to make some pages. I did a bit of watercolouring, just kind of... I didn't want to do too much. I have a habit of doing kind of overworking pages by putting too much on, so I was trying to be really restrained with this. Oh, that's just me grabbing the chips just to show the activity chips from the advent calendar. I actually use nail varnish on them. Sparkly. Yeah. That's a little bit of printout from the Eloise picture book. More 1990 ephemera. That's the leaves on that page. I just did, you can see they're a bit sort of glittery. I used these really lovely glittery paints my aunt gave me, I think, for last Christmas, which I'm really loving. They're watercolours, but they're obviously glittery watercolours. So they're fun. So they're on my desk ready to use. Because you've got to have glitter at Christmas, haven't you? That was a book, a magazine. But I liked the script, the font. It was about calligraphy, obviously. Another bit from the night before Christmas on the left there, and then just faffing around with paints, really. Nothing spectacular. That bit on the right is me again painting. Trying to do a gingham pattern, I suppose. Trying to do blobby painting, where you just splat paint on the page. I coloured in one of the sheets from that book just to see what it looked like. I think that was the back cover. I can't remember. Bit more watercolour paper. And at the back I've just got several sheets of plain. I didn't bother counting the pages to see how many I'd made, but they're just shoved at the back in case I need them, basically. I'm just showing you the texture again here because it's so lovely. And then the pocket at the back, I'd put in all the ephemera. So that's all ready to go, basically. I'm just going to give you a very, very quick flip through of all the little bits of ephemera. Okay, and these are some stickers I picked up from Daiso, I think. Yeah, Daiso. I thought they were quite nice designs, so I might use those in there. And this I cut out of a bag from last year. Somebody gave me a gift. I can't remember the name of the shop, some Japanese clothes shop here. And it has sort of numbers on for each day. There's a little story. I'll use the big ones with the nice numbers on, and I might use the little pictures because some of them are really cute. Like this one here, she's giving her doggy a present on day 20. So those are possible number uses for possible number use. And I'm just grabbing my washi tapes to show you. Some gold sparkly ones. This one doesn't stick that well, but never mind. This is the Daiso. I think it's Daiso this year. Gosh, I can't remember. Yeah, I think that's a Daiso tape for this year. It's quite a good thick tape. It's on a black background. Thought that was quite nice. And this one, I think, is Seria, which is another 100 yen shop. Although it might be Daiso. My memory's terrible. It's just 100 yen one anyway. That one's Daiso. Cute little Christmas stockings. And Merry Christmas. Another sparkly one. I love that one. It's so sparkly. This is actually from last year. I didn't really use it, so I thought I'd try and use it up this year. It's very sweet, that one. This is another this year from Daiso. That's actually dark brown background on that one, which I thought was quite unusual. So, but lovely. And the last sparkly white one, which is just such a nice one to use for Christmas. Oh no, it wasn't the last one. This one is. Yeah, this one is Seria, which is the other 100 yen shop. Seria. Red and gold. Little hedgehog saying hello to the rabbit. So that's my little washi tape stash for this year. So that's the final setup ready to go. My next video will be me doing day 1, December the 1st. So I hope to see you again, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye bye.